Oh, artikel dia di tapi dia
of course we have IT Scopus in Scopus like because published in Scopus and then I got IT Scopus from SFS. But in this professor must write the article.
Dia ngomongin kayak kamu. Sing arep kok kan.
Kadang-kadang jauh kan menarik kan satu bagaimana apa apresiasi
di jurnalnya siap ya Mas Benny. Ya, jurnalnya siap Benny untuk dia jadi review di ada dia.
Oh panas.
Sejuk. Oh, nyot sejuk. Ini Ibu tuh mau ngasih kenang-kenangan dulu ini buku ke kita. Siapa yang butuh?
Ya, berapa?
Ngasih
Dokumentasi.
Foto YouTube sih kan, cuma foto, video, TikTok,
di YouTube. Oke, di sama buku dari sini. Buku yang kita di buku di siaga.
coba penulis apa di
Siaga. Nanti nggak apa-apa. Besok
Bendera ya? Di belakang bendera tuh.
Iya, enggak
Ada presiden Jokowi juga. Lebih formal.
benderanya Mas Angga sing dipindahan dulu.
Bagi. Apa lagi? Mana?
Jangan dihidupin dulu.
begitu nanti
Betul, ya.
oke.
Bentar ya.
Insyaallah. Bahasa Inggris kabeh saya ini. Cu. Islam and Science, a Southeast Asian Perspective. Islam and Science.
Oke. 1, 2. Sekali lagi 1, 2. 1, 2. Waduh.
Permisi kamera ini sebentar, Pak.
Iya, berbaran apanya dah. Iya, belakang. Ikut. Duduk. Iya, pegang ini satu-satu, yang belakang sini.
Oh siap.
Pegang satu-satu.
Freestyle.
Yes. Pegang ini satu. Oh, pegang satu. Pegang satu-satu.
Kopi ya.
Apa sih?
Oh, ini.
Kan? Yang ilmu tuh sama juga harusnya nanti.
Santai.
Sabar, sabar.
Sing jeroan.
Waduh.
Apa? Lagu nih. Ini latihan dulu ya, biar bagus. Punya kurang merana ya.
Count.
1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi senyumnya kurang ikhlas. 1, 2, 3. Terlalu tegang. Sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Oke, freestyle. Saya jadi satu aja nanti saya. Oh, Bapak. Satu, dua, tiga, sekali lagi. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oke. Akhirnya. Masih posisi.
Satu, dua. Satu, dua. Bebas, bebas. 1, 2.
Thank you, Mbak Desi.
Thank you.
Mbak Desi.
Nah, yang penting nanti ini ya, silakan siapa MC-nya? Mas. Apa? Mas Anu sini.
Mas Arif.
Iya, Mas Anu. Mas Arif, ya. Nah, yang penting kan gini ya, nanti supaya ada pulangnya, silakan konsultasi terkait dengan nulis artikel ya. Nulis artikel nanti nulis artikel kolaboratif bisa Profesor Yusif. Jadi misalkan judul apa, tulis pertama misalkan Mas Harir, kedua beliau. Tulis pertama siapa, kedua beliau, ketiga beliau. Ya. Sehingga tulisan nanti kalau ada beliau kan sudah enak. Jurnal-jurnal karena sudah ini kan. Sudah punya tema tulisan?
Kalau yang dari sudah ada.
Sudah ada.
Kalau Pak Wali tadi sudah.
Sini, enggak. Orang gurih.
Apa ini kan saya belakang.
Jadi gini, tak boleh aja ya. Pengantar dilawar ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, Prof Yusif, ya, Prof ya, yang saya hormati, ya. Saya minta kepada ini teman-teman ini terkait dengan peraturan terbaru bahwa per Februari nanti, per Februari itu jika Bapak Ibu tidak punya tulisan, siapa juga tidak bisa menandatangani kayak tadi. Apa ini? Pencairan BKD per Februari. Gitu. Nah, ini mulai dari asisten ahli sampai guru besar, sudah jelas. Karena itu momen penting ini silakan dimanfaatkan, termasuk juga nulis. Ya. Collaborative research and writing article with Professor Yusif. Tulis pertama bisa sampai semua pertama, beliau nomor 2 dan yang lainnya. Saya kira kan menjadi bagus kan kalau kolaboratif dengan luar negeri, dan tulisan juga akan menjadi menarik jika tulisan nanti itu with the name of Professor Yusif. Beliau sudah siap, bahkan jadi reviewer di jurnalnya juga siap. Dan insya Allah next year siap. Will come here again insya Allah.
Insyaallah.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Insya. Saya kira sudah sebagai pembukanya. Selanjutnya saya silakan ke Pak Mas Ari.
Ya, langsung.
Kemudian iya.
Baca Inggrisnya daripada Arabnya ya.
Mix. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sayyidina Muhammad bin Abdullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah في هذه الفرصة بيننا أستاذين الكبيرين. الأستاذ الأول يعني أستاذنا الأستاذ البروف دكتور علي وكذلك الأستاذ بروف دكتور أحمد يوسف وهما عندهم همة عالية لذلك يفتح لنا أبوابا للتقدم في مجال التعليم. وأستاذ يوسف هذا يتكلم بالعربية إنجليزية وماليزية جافاني ما تنسون.
أنا أتعلم أتعلم شوي
إلا كلام.
يعني هو عراقي مولدا وأصلا وكندي نشأة ودراسة وبرونوي في تدريس في جامعة سلطان شريف علي. والآن نعطي فرصة له بأن يذكر لنا خبراته في كتابة بحث العلم لا سيما في الاعتدال الدين moderasi dalam beragama. Kami berikan kesempatan kepada beliau.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's given me great pleasure and honor to be with you today in this university, this faculty, and in Malang, a place I visited in 2017 for a conference, but today and this week I am visiting campus and sharing with you my experience, inshallah. So, Chika bahasa Arab, bahasa English? Arab.
English بالإنجليزية.
بالإنجليزية بالعربي.
إنجليزية.
بالإنجليزي. So, continue with English. All right. Okay. This session is supposed to be focused on research and publication. There is motto in Canada now, but I think it's everywhere in the world, saying to university professors, lecturers, publish or perish. Yes, publish or perish. And research and publication does not come by force. Not by force. It's need to have some skills, and it needs some chemistry. So not every single lecturer in any university can be a good publisher and definitely can be a good researcher. Can you please?
Yes.
So, how to start the research? See, now I'm in Nasruddin in UNISA, Sultan Sharif Ali Islamic University in Brunei. But I educated in Canada, I worked in Canada, I taught in Canada, and most of my publication, this one in New York and Canada, this one in New York and Canada, this one in New York and Canada, this one International Islamic University, Malaysia, press, right, all academic press. University, you cannot publish in Pasamalan. You have to publish in academic institutions. And this is in UNISA. They forced me actually to publish this because the original book actually published by International Islamic University based on research. And the research won something gold medal research project, whatever. Anyway, they give me hadiya to Umrah, 6,000.
Wow.
So yeah, and I said, give me the 6,000, ma'asalama. Normally, again, when we speak about money and academia, normally, academic lecturers, staff, do not publish to get money. At the same time, we not publish to give money. Not to give and not to take. What to do? You have to have a quality of research and publication, which is you force the journal to publish your article. And they will be very happy to receive because the quality is good. Today, specifically after COVID, we have so many journals online. Every morning I open my inbox and Allahu A'lam from where these emails come. Looking for a journal, looking for paper, you are invited to publish, you are do this and then no clue who they are. What I do? Delete, spam, delete. And why? I don't have time to say who they are, why they are. Internet world is like ocean, like the world. Publication online, if it's not reliable and non, don't waste your time. Recently, I had a research project in UNISA with 3 young Brunei lecturers in Usuluddin on COVID and Islamic commitment. We have survey, interviews, and all these things. So we have a number of articles to be published. We sent one to Journal of Medicine in Malaysia, UIA. And even the student, why? And I said, leave Brunei and leave Usuluddin and all these journals. Go to test. The doctor will read your articles and say this is Bulay Utabali. What is Bulay is to contribute to the knowledge. This is good for their journal. But if it's not good, it will be rejected. So, alhamdulillah was rejected. It is not, alhamdulillah, but they are very sad and they relax. Who cares? Medical doctors, they look from all medical eyes. We are not medical doctors. Then there is another article presented in Islam, Nusantara Malayu, in Cochin. This month. I think this month. And one of the researchers received Nabila, and she said, Doctor, alhamdulillah, we are accepted our paper. And it's in English also, because I have to deal with English. And I said, where is published? Proceeding, boleh, tidak. But it's not count in academic promotion. You have to keep, I'm sure you know about this. So I said, well, she said, no, Dr. General. I said, send me the letter to check with General. General online. How did the paper go to this? Oh, he was there and then all these things, part of the committee. Mabruk, congratulations. I went to coffee, I wanted to know who is this journal. I opened, I found out the journal is actually done by Satu Orang. The journal have no address, academic address, which university. Tidak. It sounds like Pasar Malang. You go, you're buying rambutan and durian from Pasar Malang. This is not academic. Oh, doctor, I said, no. Not every online journal is reliable. This goes against you. If you put it in your CV, you apply for a promotion, goes against you. Not, because this is not reliable. They were a little bit disappointed, and I said, okay, you know what? Do they give you a page number? Do they give you value? Do they give you do they give you ISBN? Nothing, and I said, then there is nothing value in this journal. It's in Malay, but they published it with our paper in English, COVID, Islamic commitment, things like this, very nice. Okay, publish it. But that guy is one lecturer, I don't know, he's a nice guy somewhere, but the journal doesn't have academic value. Okay? Now, speaking about the research, I mean, we are all young, right? So we need to start from somewhere. Publication and research. Normally, nowadays, during master program, students started to fly. Okay, you could publish, whether good or bad, just publish. Just do whatever publication, anything, in any language, just work. Any topic. But a good researcher not just go swim in the ocean by themselves. He will die. You need to ask advisor. You need to ask senior people. You need to check for the journal where you're going to publish. Tapi, honestly, sometimes I examine masterpieces. I just close my eyes, I sign. Leave me alone. I don't have time to read. Because tidak faham. I don't know. The topic is very wide, no contents, no goal, no objective. Where's the methodology? What are you going to do? And all these things. Nothing. Then the value is nothing. So leave the master alone. We get to the PhD, and people lecturers like yourself in the university, like us. Today, there is nothing called you have a degree and you only go to the class, teach, and you leave. Basically, this job, anyone can do it in the world. No need to have a master, no need to have a PhD, no need to have a title of professor or associate or lecturer or whatever. Teaching material, students maybe now with Google can understand even better than us. They could learn better than us. So what's our rules and job as a lecturer? The heart of the university, academician, research. I was a committee member of publication actually in IIUM, International Islamic University in Malaysia. UIA, University Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia. I was in the university committee, and sometimes we get manuscript and things. We make a decision, boleh or tak boleh, and this boleh has to go to the referees, and the reporter from referee, based on the report, then we make another decision whether manuscript on normally books, not articles, journal. Publishing in English, probably IIUM is number one in the world in Islamic studies. Compare it to other publications in the West, Europe, North America, nothing. Nothing, basically. This one I publish with them is all article published in UK, Canada, and US. That's why they cannot have any question about it. Okay? Yeah. And the introduction written by Rector. He said, oh, this is very nice. He even asked me to write the introduction. I said, okay, no problem. I did. Why? Because it's already published. You don't need to, and I stated here, this publishing this journal, this date, this time, and all these things. And it's all referee journal and academics. And I did not pay for money to publish them. Neither I get anything from the publication. Nothing. So as academician, don't expect it. Unless you wanted to become like, charama and all these things, you publish book for business. Boleh? Many in Malaysia, they do this. And I think probably in Egypt, they do this. I'm not trained like this in Canada, nothing like this. You don't pay money, but you publish because you are an academician. This is your job. Your job is actually to do research and publication. So, to make the story short, we don't have very long time. And my strong recommendation for those who's doing PhD, focus until you finish your PhD. Done. When you've done your PhD, you're in a different world. If you're still lagging, today you're teaching here, tomorrow at another university, أنا problem, كاوين here, دوت tidak ada دوت, today raining, tomorrow no light, after tomorrow traffic jam. Life is like this. 2 years ago no COVID, now we are still, the whole world has changed with COVID. So anyone who's doing PhD, focus, do it as soon as possible. If you're really into publication, because PhD normally research line, it's not like charama. You have to have something baru. I actually examined many PhD and I supervised in Malaysia 7 PhD students, and I was teaching research methodology for postgraduate, both in Brunei and in Malaysia. So I always telling them, there is always changing in life. And I remember one class, there is one student, her name Shima. She came from architecture, doing PhD. And I said, you know what? You start your PhD and everything is beautiful. But maybe the next day, somebody, may Allah forbid, die. Then your life change. Or you get job. Specifically in university, they give job because they need lecturers to cover their courses. Who's going to teach? I don't want to hire a professor. Who? Somebody who has PhD or doesn't have PhD. I give you money, you teach these courses. You teach the courses, you get money, you forget your PhD. Abis. Your focus, finish. You will never finish your PhD. So when I told them, I said, men and women, and always we are changing our life. For example, I told them, you don't have any possibility to get married. Tomorrow you find a man, I was telling even Shima sitting there, I said, you are single. Tomorrow maybe you will find a man and you get married. Priority change. Shifted from PhD to Kawin. You need to get money, get Kawin, all these things, all business. So this is like another PhD. This is actually the beginning. The beginning, why? Because after Kawin, Anna is coming. So after Anna, number 1, and Anna, number 2. What happened to the PhD thesis? Goodbye. So, and that is priority change. Do try publish. Do try to think about something baru and research. Never mind, I have variety here. This is world religion. I teach comparative religion, world religion. This is Muslim in Canada. This is my PhD, by the way. published by the Canadian government, and it is 90 pages. In Egypt, they say 1,000 pages PhD thesis. You started reading here, you forget 1,000 that focus. So anyway, this is my PhD students here. A class, actually I was teaching revivalism in Islam. 13 articles, I asked them what to do. They did one semester. Give me your article. I sent this to Canada, published. Book. I have one article here. But there is also emeritus professor and here he wrote an article about revivalism in Canada. But I did it the book. And this is all, I would say probably all of the 13, at least maybe 11 or 10 from my students, and I ask them to focus on topic, then do research, writing. If you like this to be part of your PhD thesis, bole. If you wanted to have it outside your PhD, something, your PhD on rambutan, you wanted to have one on pisang here, no problem, silakan. But if you wanted to write about anything, maybe rambutan in Malaysia, tidak sama rambutan in Indonesia. Right? One in Indonesia here is contributing to your knowledge about your thesis. And this one is very interesting about wasatiyah, moderation. I was director of International Institute of Wasatiyah. I found the institute in Kuala Lumpur. But that time, I had a lot of money. Do it. Because I director and director. And the director told me, Prime Minister, he needs this. I said, budget. She said, open. I said, office. You pick whatever you need. Officer, staff. She said, okay, 1, 2, 3. Done. I said, one condition. What's the condition? Everything in English. No Malay, no Arabic. Why? I said, me. I'm Arab. I'm not English person. But I'm not Malay. And I need this to have certain kind of quality. Not because English have a good quality and Arabic doesn't have or Malay doesn't have. No. Because I don't want the Shia will come and say, Wasatiyah, we need Wasatiyah. I said, Wasatiyah is not for the Shia. Ahmadiyya bombing in Jakarta. Okay, there's a problem, very serious problem. Qadiani there, and there's Ajaran Sisa Banyan. Come, I need Wasatiyah. I am not a medical doctor to fix you with Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Okay, leave me alone. So what I did, I have open book budget. I advertised in the university. I said, I need student or junior lecturer to write a project on Wasatiyah. I give money, thousands, not one ringgit, 1,000, 2,500 something ringgit for each one. But if you want, whether you are students, engineering, law, political science, civilization, any, send your application online, a short CV, then we call you for interview if we decided that you will be selected for interview only. After the interview, we'll make a decision whether you are accepted or not. Done. We have 30 applications, 30 PhD students from varieties of discipline, from law, fiqh, tafsir, everywhere. And this is what I want. I select, I think 6 or 7 for 1 year, seminar, meeting like this. Then after they're done, management, political science, economics, law, civilization, education, there's one from education, actually very good paper on education. Then, after all the seminars, sitting together, only me and them. Makam, minute, talk. What did you do? What's your progress? What is every once in a while? Until complete, give it to me. Khalas. This is owned by the center. Here's your payment. I asked my AR, assistant director, I said, you pay them? Sure, they go to finance and all done. Done. Publish a book. Multidisciplinary study. Very academic, very sound research. Where is the Scopus? I don't care. Where is ISI? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about anything. Where is the material? Father, you could read and tell me if this makes sense or not. It is not a charama. It is based on a concrete research, multidisciplinary. So anyhow, I don't want to give you more charama. I would like to listen to you if you have any question or any idea maybe to share. Then we will discuss inshallah.
بارك الله فيك ما شاء الله هو ممتاز عنده خبرة علمية في مجال البحث العلمي وذكر لنا كيف قوة البحث العلمية فإن شاء الله يعني هو مستعد he will be a reviewer in our journal and we can join research with us here and now يعني نفتح باب للسؤال والاقتراح السؤال مثلا apabila ada yang ingin join riset dan sebagainya silakan ya. Termasuk juga beliau bersedia menjadi reviewer dalam jurnal kita. Jadi kita sudah bertanya kepada beliau dan Ustaz Walid akan join riset, begitu juga Ustaz Prof Ali dan kita membuka kesempatan bagi teman-teman dosen yang lainnya. Karena mumpung ini kesempatan yang luar biasa, ada فرصة ذهبية يعني تكون بيننا يعني تفتح لنا أبواب التفكير يعني صار عندنا لا سيما تبني تلك الكتب ما شاء الله جزاكم الله خير بارك الله فيك mungkin ada yang mau disampaikan kami persilakan untuk yang dari jurnal Al-Jadiyah ya jurnal PAI Al-Arabic
Saya tanya aja sih. Oke, nggak usah pakai HP itu wes. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for the time. Actually, I have not really important question. Actually, I have one question on. I have a background of this question. Actually, most of our problem is some of our scholars. I cannot say most of our scholars, but some of our scholars have a limitation in language. Maybe we have new ideas, a very contemporary ideas, but we have a limitation in language sometimes. So what do you prefer? It is, do we need to improve our language first, or we develop our new ideas without using a language? But the problem is, some of our scholars have a lot of ideas, a lot of new ideas, have a good novelty in the research. But again, the problem is when he or she forced to publish in Arabic or in English, when we are invited, that scholars invited to the international forum, they will have a barrier factors. They can speak, they can present, but in fact, they have already a publication in using English or Arabic, but in fact, he or she cannot present it with a good English or Arabic. So what do you prefer, Professor? Which one do we need to do? Improving our language first or developing our new ideas? Okay, thank you so much.
Extremely excellent question.
Thank you, sir.
Extremely.
Radically.
And thank you very much for bringing the idea. Okay, I am an Arab person. why I publish all this. I'm a professor, I don't need promotion, I don't need lecture. I never started publishing anything when I was a student in Iraq. Actually, I don't know where's the library. Because we don't think about publication of research. Canada, however, everything research, publication of research. So the language barrier, very serious. And I fully agree with you. And why? Because I suffered as an Arab guy to write 13 books in English and all academic. And I always say, Alhamdulillah. How I did it? Actually, my wife, she is competent. She is very good editor. Extremely good. Saved my life. I sometimes, if they give me hadiyah, I say, this is yours. I give it to her. Because you need an editor. When you publish something, even myself now, if I write letter, I write message, after 1 hour I look at the message, there's mistake in the message. So, we are a human being, and when we tend to speak other language, not our mother tongue, then we have a problem. Okay, solution. Since I joined Nusantara Malay, like Malaysia and Brunei, I noticed the Malay, they are as smart as they can be. They are very smart. They have ideas, they could write, they could do anything. Problem? Language. I was teaching fiqh and I was telling the students, do you know halal and haram? They said yes. I said, minimum is wajib. Nobody said anything to me. Nobody, because they don't faham. I was so frustrated, and I said, how can you don't know is khamar haram? They said, we know, but they cannot say it. Until today, I go to classes in Brunei, and my students, da'wah and usuluddin, in Arabic. I teach in English and in Arabic. Even Muqanat Adyan, one day the rector, he said, we have minimum parking and he said, you speaking English in the class? I said, yes. He said, why? The course in Arabic. I said, I'm afraid when I said Allah is one in Islam and in Christianity and Buddhism, and maybe the student لا فهم من Arabic. عندما أقول إن مفهوم الإله باللغة العربية هو التوحيد. والتوحيد توحيد الربوبية توحيد الألوهية والأسماء والصفات يختلف عن اليهود والنصارى. لكن عندما أقول بالعربية أنا أخاف أنه لا يفهم الطالب لا يفهم what I said. فقلت له أتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية لأن الطالب على أقل أكثرهم يفهم أنه النصرانية صحيح دين توحيد لكنه شمخور عيسى ابن الله وما أعرف إيش خرجوا عن التوحيد. يهود سامة أهل الكتاب. فيعني اللغة one more time to the question and the solution. Focus on your own mother tongue language and research and publication. Finish. Whether the world accepts or not. If the world wants, you learn Bahasa Indonesia. Why I have to learn Japanese? I have to learn American and German and English and British and all this. And specifically in Islamic study. Crazy. Why you don't write in Arabic? The language of the Quran, the language of the Prophet, the language of Islam is Arabic. Why you want me to write in English? I don't know what is the name of hadith in English. Even the vocabulary, I don't know. So, one solution is you write in Bahasa Indonesia. Done. That's one. Two, and now academic institution in Malaysia and in Brunei actually, but Brunei literacy. But here it seems like putting the pressure on you. You need to publish in English. Why? Scopus, ISI, international, index. Even when they asked me, I said, I don't buy anything. I asked actually my colleagues in Canada, I said, what do you think? Peter Bayar, my friend, he is like the president of religion and society, sociological religion, sociology and religion in the world. In the world. I said, Peter, we were sitting in Canada, and I said, what do you think? He said, what is this? When I said Scottish, he said, what is it? I asked the Professor Emeritus Errol Wang. I said, Errol, do you know? I said, no, what is it? And he was chief editor of Religion and Theology Journal from Alberta University, Fife University, top in Canada, published in Oxford. What more you want? You want? So now, for your own sake, and everybody pressure saying English, and you have a great idea. In fact, another solution. You publish in Indonesia, translate it to English. Ask somebody to translate for you. Pay money. Seriously, this is not plagiarism. This is a translation. But you don't want to do this. You want your name in English, and you are from Java, from Malang. You want to publish it in English journal. Give it to an editor before you send it. Give it to the editor.
بارك الله فيك. إذا اللغة ليست المشكلة هي بالبحث bukan termasuk salah satu yang menghambat kita dalam Indonesia. مثلي أنا أكتب بالعربية ثم أترجم باللغة الإنجليزية وأرسل في بعض المؤتمرات، مع أنني ألقي يعني أثناء المؤتمر ألقي بالعربية، كتابة بالإنجليزية.
ما في مشكلة، يعني ما في مشكلة، لأن هذه ترجمة حقيقة. في مرة دعيت إلى كونفرنس إن يرموك يونيفرسيتي جوردن، ولكن باللغة العربية. أنا قلت أتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية والبحث باللغة الإنجليزية. قال سلام عادة ذهب وأتكلم. لكن 2018 مؤتمر في مكة عن الوسطية، قالوا نريد بحث في العلاقات العامة الدولية والوسطية. No problem. ذهبت إلى my book on Malaysia religious freedom. I took chapter 1, translated, خلاص 2 weeks. Finish.
صحيح. بارك الله فيك.
Easy. But you need to do something like in your language.
نعم. وهو ما شاء الله عنده مساعد وعنده طلاب وأعوان. هو يشتغل في قسم دراسة قرآنية، لذلك يكتشف عن في ماذا نقول الاندماج بين العلوم والدين.
Integration of science and جامعة.
هكذا يعني هو
كان قديما خلاص تخرج خلاص كان قديما فقط
فيكمل في الدكتوراه. لذلك بعد ان سمع يعني هذا تنهي الدكتوراه ولا تبالي بالتدريس وغير ذلك سلك مسرح جديد.
يعني حقيقة you have to finish your PhD. How? You need to take a break from Kirjan. And from history and no, this is it. If you wanted to finish, otherwise,
نسمع فيكم أستأذن مبكرة في فصل عراقي أفغاني ولازم علي أدخل إلى الفصل.
يعني هو يدرس لغة عربية للأجانب.
أستأذن إن شاء الله.
ما شاء الله. كل سعيدة. توفيق إن شاء الله.
وبيننا يعني رئيس متحف الإسلامي مستر يهدي. ما شاء الله هو
المتحف الإسلامي؟
متحف الإسلامي
تابع للجامعة؟
نعم تابع للجامعة، وكان عنده مخطوطات مانuscript. هو يتكلم الإنجليزية إندونيسية ويفهم عربية لكن ما شاء الله. يعني هؤلاء من الأساتذة في أثناء الدكتوراه. لذلك الآن قد لم يجهز بحثا، فإن شاء الله هؤلاء سيصمم موضوعا رائعا، بعد ذلك سيقترح منكم ويطلب ملاحظة وتكون من يعني من ضمنهم في كتابة مقالتهم قبل أن يرسل، فنحن نشكركم بارك الله فيكم. هل هناك mungkin ada yang lain yang mau disampaikan?
Jadi Imam Boso.
Itu bahasa Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Yusuf. Yeah. I'm interesting with your book and berjudul has a title moderation wasatiyah, because in these years and 2021 ya, 22 ya, 2022 dan 2021, I has researched in moderation too, yeah, in moderate Islam in several universities, UIN Malang and Muhammadiyah Malang and Islamic University Malang, yeah, three universities. And I found that there are so many interpretations of moderate Islam, especially in the West and the East. Yeah, and the student of this university has three meaning of moderate Islam. The first is in the Islamic teaching. So Islam is moderation between Jews and Christian, and then the second interpretation is Islam has a relation with modernity, so it not refuse the modernity. And then the third interpretation is according to the culture. So Islam not refuse the culture, local culture. Susah sekali ya.
Labas.
I can speak English well. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So they has three interpretations. So I wanna know, in maybe your country, Canada or Iraq, and especially Brunei.
Iraq, I haven't gone for 42 years. So saya tidak tahu anything.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
But Canada boleh. Okay.
Canada. What in Canada and Brunei Darussalam,
Yeah.
the meaning of moderation? So it is my question. Thank you.
No problem. When I found the Institute of Wasatiyah in Malaysia, I told Rector, I said, give me a few months. So it took about 6 months. Actually, where's my computer?
في الغرفة.
ليس لأن أنا أحتاج هذا. I could show you. I have folders on Wasatiyah. I have books and articles in any language, from Singapore, from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait, from Jordan. Wasatiyah, the whole idea, born actually by this foreign minister of Sudan. He was having a meeting in Jordan, and they said, we need Wasatiyah. And Jordan become every street, everything, singing about Wasatiyah. Then the Saudis say, oh, this is very nice. Then the Ministry of Agama in Kuwait established Center for Wasatiyah in the ministry. So why this reaction? Because against extremism. Wasatiyah, it came to tell the West, Islam is Deen Wasat. Not extreme like ISIS, Qaeda, killing and all these things. So the intention and the interpretation of Wasatiyah, it is not only politics. So, but they took it to please the Western, and the media said, oh, we are Wasatiyah. In fact, the first international idea about Wasatiyah was Najib Razak, the one who's in the prison sekarang. Okay, Malaysia Prime Minister. In 2011, in the United Nations, he was sitting and he tell everyone, all leaders in the world, he said, we need Wasatiyah. And everybody, what is Wasatiyah? And he said, moderation. came back to Kuala Lumpur and everybody started to sing Wasatiyya. Current Minister of Foreign Affairs in Malaysia, he is actually in my WhatsApp. He was the director of the Global Moderate Movement under the Najib. He was the Prime Minister. And he invited me, he said, Dr. you come on. And I said, okay, but this is very political, all ambassador and everything. There is also Institute of Wasatiyya Malaysia, all Malay and all about Malaysia, Malaysian politics. Why? Against extremism. And the government to show that we are actually good Muslims. Interpretation, tidak sama. I was working there, and I was the founder of the Wasatiyya Institute. So back to the your research, you need maybe to look beyond Malang, outside that, actually outside Indonesia. Sabah. Because Wasatiyya in Indonesia, I took my group, I had a research project in Malaysia, in Brunai, and including assistant rector, decan of HAP, student affairs, and who else? And even Timbilan rector was with us in the project, and I was leading the project. I said, let's go to this Bandung conference on Ikon Iman, Islam Nusantara Melayu. Just last week, I also on Bandung. Anyhow, I said, let's go there. What we're going to do this? I need to fix for you panel discussion on Wasatiyya. I will be chairing, you will be speaking. Everyone will speak based on the research we have. Project, everyone have task. We came to the conclusion that the Indonesian interpretation of Wasatiyya is modernity, not modernity, moderacy. Malaysia, sederhana.
Simple.
Tak tahu, but in Malaysia, sederhana. I went to Brunei 2015. I left Malaysia, and there is Majlis Ilmu by the Sultan on Wasatiyya. And Dr. he said, you have to present a paper. I said, which paper? I have many books, article on Wasatiyya at the center. He said, anything. The Jabatan Mufti, he spoke, and he gave very good meaning and definition for Wasatiyya. You could go online, Majlis Ilmu, 2015, Brunei. You get everything was there. And in Bahasa Malay. What is his interpretation? He said, Wasatiyya is the good things in Islam. Khairiyya, al-khayr, taqwa, adl. When people ask me about Wasatiyya, even recently in Brunei, I said, when you said Wasatiyya, think about the heart of Islam. Hati of Islam is Wasatiyya. It's not moderation that you're using this one, using iPhone. That is not moderation, that is modernity. So, what shall we do? We go to the Quran. وكذلك جعلناكم أمة وسطا لتكونوا شهداء على الناس ويكون الرسول عليكم شهيدا. سورة البقرة آية 143. And what's the interpretation? As you nicely said, is Islam to balance between Aqidat Yahud and Aqidat al-Nasara. We are in the middle. But we believe this is some interpretation of the ayah. But actually, many they said, you know, Wasatiyya is the best thing in life. They said even Sibha, they have, there's tasbih, there's something here in the middle, is called Wasat. Hati dalam badan Wasat.
in the middle of the balad, not in the aql and not in the feet. Why? Because no hati, no life. No wasatiyya, no Islam. So I will go beyond the Malay, go to the Arab. I don't know. فهم bahasa Arab? قليل. كم؟ قليل. يعني حتى لو قليل شوية يعني ممكن مؤتمر conference here and there ممكن paper on wasatiyya. Actually I have many even in Brunei on wasatiyya. Journals, articles and books. This is just, I can bring it. I have another one written by 5 rectors on wasatiyya. Published also by the institute. Because I was on ambassador there, when I tell them to do it, they do. So published. And yeah, and now no more wasatiyya because the media's calmed down. It's not, no more killing, suicide and all these things. So they don't say Islam is extreme and all these things.
بارك الله فيك. نعم شكرا جزيلا. فإن شاء الله يعني هو يعني أخونا الجربيني يعني هو ديركتور in academic writing. Academic writing. And so هو إن شاء الله سيتكلم معكم وقد يأخذ بعض النسخ في أمور الوسطية لأنه يتولى في هذا يعني كيف ترقية كفاءة الطلاب والأساتذة في مجال البحث العلمي. طيب مع أن الوقت محدد فنكتفي بهذا القدر فإن شاء الله نراكم في فرصة أخرى ونحن نشكركم وسررنا برؤيتكم فنقول السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
Tutup bareng.
طبعا
Tutup bareng lagi. Tadi sudah. Bu Ratna belum masuk tadi. Iya. Jadi dia masuk di masuk Hanifah. Dia tuh tak itu.
نعم dia tidak untuk beliau.
Ayo tutup bareng. Pak Anda satu lagi nggak apa-apa Pak?
Baru sinar, harus take care.
Ya, itu enggak apa-apa. Berepu enggak apa-apa. Berepu enggak apa-apa, berepu. Sebagian bungkus biar enggak melebar. Biar enggak melebar.
Oh iya.
Satu, dua, sekali lagi, satu, dua, freestyle, satu, dua, sekali lagi, satu, dua, sip.
Satu lagi yang mutu.
Yang foto nggak bisa.
Lo ini cerita satu lagi.
Oh, nggak puasa saya.
Baik Mas Tamir.
Kayak lurus lah.
Baik, wahid. Beratna. Satu, dua. Ayo,
Satu lagi yang beli itu tuh. Untuk rekomendasi.
Baik, di tengah kan.
Satu, dua, tiga. Syukur. Barakallahu fiik.
Syukran jazilan.
Thank you very much. Ini elektronik.
نعم
يطلب عنوان إلكتروني عندي
إيميل.
إيميل.
نعم نعم. عندك تليفون
ترسل لي عنوانكم.
بس تك
مرادنا يعني هي
متزوجة
على
ابن رئيس الجامعة
قبل هذا
شخصية كبيرة. رئيس جامعة.
رئيس جامعة قبل هذا.
نعم.
أما هذا جديد أخف.